The great Larry Robinson played a number of seasons with the Montreal Canadiens from the 70s up until the late 80s. But another Robinson really shone in Montreal, but not just for the Canadiens, but the Maroons. So today we're talking about the great Earl Robinson, who was part of that big Maroon Stanley Cup winner in 1935. Now, he played pro hockey for 11 years in the NHL with the Maroons, the Blackhawks, and the Habs, and again won the Stanley Cup with the Maroons in that classic 34-35 campaign. 5'10", 160, the right wing center. Again, played 9 seasons for his hometown Montreal Maroons. He had his best season offensively for them in 35, with a career high 17 goals and 35 points in 47 contests. He would play for the Maroons beginning at 29 up until the team ceased operating at the conclusion of the 38 NHL season. The following year, he was traded to the Blackhawks and recorded 15 points in 47 games. Robinson played his last season in the NHL the following year for his other hometown team, the Habs. He would spend parts of 3 seasons in the AHL and retired from pro hockey in 42. Now, he came up in the Montreal system. 26, he played for the Montreal Royal Bank and the Montreal Royals. 18 games, 14 goals in the regular season, 17 and 4 playoff contests. 27, he split time between the Montreal Royal Bank and the Montreal Victorias. 28, he was with Philadelphia of the Can-Am League with 18 goals in 34 games. 29, the Maroons, 2 goals in his first season. 30, split time between the Maroons and the Windsor Bulldogs, and played a full campaign with Windsor in 31. 32, split time again between Montreal and Windsor, where he had only 3 assists in 26 games with Montreal, but 10 goals in 21 contests with Windsor. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 with the Maroons. 15, 12, 17, 6, 16, and 4 goals. 39, 15 points in 47 games with the Blackhawks. Then with Montreal, 1 goal in 11 games, 5 points, and also played with New Haven Eagles of the IAHL and then the AHL for the next 3 seasons, scoring 11, 16, and 13 goals. Providence Reds, 1 game in 42, then with the Toronto Research Colonels of the OHA Senior League and the Toronto Staffords of the TIHL in 43. 44, 1 game with the Toronto Army Daggers of the OHA, and then 25 games with the Toronto Army Shamrocks in the 45 campaign, 24 points in 25 games, including 13 goals. Now, won the Stanley Cup in Montreal in 35, played the Howie Morenz Memorial Game in 38, and played in the Babe Siebert Memorial Game in 1940. That was comparable to the All-Star games at the time. Now, the big trade of his career when the Maroons sent him along with Russ Blinko and Baldy Northcott to the Chicago Blackhawks for the grand total of $30,000, $10,000 a player, on September 15, 38. He was also sold by the Blackhawks and the Habs on October 11th, 39, when the Habs were basically struggling in the standings and on the score sheet. So, in the playoffs, in the NHL, 5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points in 419 games. NHL, 83 goals, 98 assists for 181 points and 153 minutes and penalties. Again, when you check the Stanley Cup, you're looking for the word Robinson. You got the elder statesman in this, in Earl and Larry as well. I don't think Mo got on to Stanley Cup because he didn't play in the playoffs for Montreal when he was with the team back in the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of the Montreal Maroons hero, Earl Robinson. If you like what we're doing here with our podcast on Montreal vintage hockey and the NHL, let us know what a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, he's not the first player to play with both the Habs and the Maroons because of the changeover to Maroons folding and Montreal not doing well for most of the 1930s. They were getting, not say rejects from other team, but superfluous players from other franchises. They were barely afloat at the time. And at the time, the Maroons were called the English and the Canadiens were called the French. Go figure. Thanks for listening. Bye.